know I like that guitar, right? Yeah. Who am I? Child of God, first, second husband. Check the wedding band. Yeah, that's him, Tootie's man. Read the Father's word, then look at illuminated pavement. You wanna know where Chris went? Follow the path that presents. Makes sense to a saint. Sinner, all gibberish. Don't get it like 5K fed from 5 loaves and 2 fish. I come at him like a kid, humbly and meek, which is quite a feat. When the old me wants to be freed, I'm weak. To God I plead, and he empowers me. I'm set free in his strength, old me in captivity. All of him, none of me. It's Jesus who I look to, and his words is true. Oh, praying what I should do. What I got is just a clue, while his knowledge absolute. Omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. He's that dude. My kin through faith in the family, proclaim loud. You see me in the streets. Whose kid is that? God's child.
I'm a child of God. I'm a child. Born again, Holy Spirit inside. I'm a child of God. Christ my king on my daddy's side. I'm a child of God. Born again, Holy Spirit inside. I'm a child of God. Christ my king on my daddy's side.
Like the sands of the hourglass, they move so. It seems that time moves slow until it's your time to go. But do you know? Tell me, do you know where you're gonna go? No wondering, heaven's got no ghetto. Not bratty, but a spoiled kid. My daddy got a mansion, not out, but a room in. Being prepared by him, by who? Jesus. John 1:4-2-3. Promise that to me, accept him, and you got a room too. Absolutely. Astutely read the Bible, and you will see it's true. Confirmed by archaeologists who digs, reveal it's true. Old, middle age, young, it don't matter. If you want to be his disciple, you gotta come as a ladder. My righteousness all tattered, Christ pure as snow, but he's working. My darkness is gray now, consider it grow. Reading to be yoked, this makes me young like I juiced the beach, and rest on my fists, legs crossed, sitting at his feet.
I'm a child of God. Born again, Holy Spirit inside. I'm a child of God. Christ my king on my daddy's side. I'm a child of God. Born again, Holy Spirit inside. I'm a child of God. Christ my king on my daddy's side.
Inquisitive, always toddler speak like, what is that? I read that before, but now like
every matchup, period. This should be the mindset of every competitor in both team and individual sports and in life. Each day we wake up, regardless of the task, regardless of what we're facing, we gotta decide whether we're gonna dominate or be dominated, period. There is no in between. We believe whoever wears our gear embodies that DEM mindset. Dominate every matchup, period. The question is, which side will you be on?
Are you ready to take control of your future? All in CDO Training is more than just a driving school. We're your partner in achieving financial independence. Overcoming test anxiety, struggling with self-doubt? We're here to help. Our expert instructors provide personalized support to guide you through the entire process. With flexible hours and online courses, we'll get you behind the wheel in as little as 3 months. It's time to turn your passion into a rewarding career. All in CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. Can Nation Boxing Gym in Santa Fe Springs, California offers training for pros, amateurs, and weekend warriors. Ran by current WBC boxer Brandon Cannon Adams and pro trainer, the People's Coach, Coach Cam Manalo. They offer adult and kids training and classes for all ages. Cannon Nation Boxing is in the corner for anyone who wants to learn the sweet science of boxing as a career or personal goals. Go to cannonnationboxing.com for more info.
He ain't never slumber, never put him to the test. He be reigning king forever, resurrected after death. All praise to God, brother, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, all praise to the one.
Yes, sir.
Check 1 2. 1 2 1 2. It is AC Sports Live, and you are the peopleization in the place to be on a Tuesday, 14th day of January. Today's show brought to us by All In CDL Training, the future of commercial driving. It is 2025, y'all. And you don't have a career? Make no mistake, there's a difference between having a job and a career. If you're passionate about setting your own hours and being out there on the road, driving your own truck, making long money, All In CDL Training can help. Call them at 909-708-4861 or go to the website and check out all the information. Email them, send a message, and somebody will contact you and get you started. You can have your license as soon as you're able to take the test. So that means if you are a fast learner, you take your permit test in maybe 2 or 3 weeks. You start preparing for your pre-trip. If you're a fast learner, you get behind the wheel. Once you get your permit, you can have your license as soon as April. It is now January, the middle of January. Give yourself 3 good months of at least 3 days during the week and a weekend, maybe Saturday morning, just hitting it hard. You can have your license. You could be in a job. They're hiring, especially right now with the destruction, the disaster, the turmoil of all our people, family and friends who have lost everything in Altadena, Pasadena, and the LA area from the recent fires. So if you want to be a help, donate, give. And if you want to be productive at the same time, having your Class A license during a time like this might not be a bad thing. Once again, thoughts and prayers out to those. And find yourself a donation situation where you can give. A lot of places are getting way too many used clothes. Try to bring in fairly new clothes with no bed bugs and no critters, like things you had in the garage for years. Don't bring that kind of stuff. Bring newer things and bring toiletries, underwear, socks, blankets. The newer, the better. People are in need. Shout out to all the Airbnb spots who have opened the doors to people who no longer have a home. Turn the corner and your house is gone. I can't imagine. Rubio's in here, the Rubio Method. It is showtime. We're setting up for a huge NIL episode. And I know I'm going to have Rubio on there. He's the long snap guru. Anybody you've seen snapping on television, I would say 95% chance he's been through the Rubio long snapping camp. Depends on the age range. Like my first NFL interaction was with Trey Junkin, long snapper, but I think he's before Rubio's time. He was like 45 when I met him my rookie year, and he was still long snapping, getting downfield, being very, very valuable to the team. You can snap, you can play a long time. Maybe not as long as Trey Junkin, but you can be a household name. Tonight's show, man. NFL playoffs are here. Wild card round is over. On to the next round. Take a look at that. The NCAA, Ohio State and Notre Dame are set to face off for the Natty. Who you got? Coach Prime promised us he wouldn't leave Boulder, but the things he said about Jerry Jones leaves the door wide open for either leverage to get an extension in Boulder or to go ahead and fleece the Tennessee Titans of their first pick, get your door and become daddy ball NFL style. We'll talk about that briefly. It is tampering season. How much can you offer a transfer? And sometimes just to come and not play, as I was recently informed by one Chris Rubio via X. My 2 cents, Saquon slide cost some people some money. My man Gilly from $1 million worth of game is having way too much fun. And the kicker from the Washington Commanders, if you saw him on camera before the kick, it was almost disturbing. And I saw a clip. Rodney James doesn't look half bad now that the cameras aren't always on him. He's out there playing some pretty good ball. My Tender Love report. Kawhi is back on the Tender Love report. He's one of the OGs. So he's kind of back. My NFL Pro Bowl games is on the Tender Love report. And Unc Season, I have one installment of Unc Season. Let's just hop right in. NFL playoffs are here. My Eagles. We didn't play a pretty brand of ball. It was enough to win. If we didn't get that last field goal, I would not be as pleased with the outcome, but we were in a position to, I wouldn't say easily win the game, but we were pretty comfortable and got the win. And the Packers just weren't the Packers. The Packers were just not offensively. I mean, Jordan Love threw 3 picks. Thank you. 20 of 33. Threw for 200 yards. But again, stats lie. People lie. What did you see? I saw a quarterback struggling. That might be a new segment. Stats lie, people lie, but what did I see? That might be a good segment. Jalen Hurts didn't have a good game either. But this was his first game since, what, Christmas? So, Saquon Barkley got his typical 100 yards, 25 carries. It just wasn't a big stats game. It was just a game you needed to win to get the rust off. So, Eagles defeat the Packers. Once again, sorry, Tiff. Big Packers fan. Tiffany Chan, the homegirl. We move on. And we get those pesky Rams next, who beat the Vikings and the meltdown of Sam Darnold. What happened to Sam Darnold these last few weeks? Or is he just a regular USC quarterback who can't get right? I thought Sam Darnold was panning out to be the best USC quarterback in a while. Even better than Matt Leinart. Better than Barkley. Well, he might have just choked off a franchise situation. Now he may not have the same clout he would have had if he would have kept balling like he did the first 12 games. But the Rams looked pretty good. I'm almost a little bit concerned. Matter of fact, I'm a lot of bit concerned. Because the Rams played tremendous defense versus a very able Vikings offense. Kyron Williams, Pro Bowler. And it's going to be a good game at the link. Rams, Eagles. We'll see. The Commanders and that rookie, JD5, is still cooking. He's easily the rookie of the year for me. Mike Evans, Hall of Famer. And I'm glad the Buccaneers are out because the Buccaneers scared me. Baker Mayfield scared me because he doesn't care. JD5 is very good, but he's still a pup, and we can get after him. So I'm hoping the Commanders can do something versus the Lions. We shall see. That's the next round. Broncos, Bills. I turned it on. Broncos were up 7-0. Sorry, Tony. Turn it back on again later. And the Bills did what the Bills do. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things. 28-26 for 272, 2 tubs. Does Josh Allen get the MVP over Lamar Jackson, whose team beat the Steelers for the third time this season. And I don't know if the score even indicates how easy this was of a win for the Ravens. There was a little moment in time where the Steelers played a little bit better. Russell Wilson still throws a nice deep ball. And it might be time for Tomlin to step down. He didn't have an answer. The last 4 games were ugly. It seems like the guys just weren't responding anymore. There's no fight. There's no toughness. The Steelers are a blue-collar team like the Eagles. And they just weren't hitting. Like the Eagles were putting people out the game. Reed Blankenship hit, I want to say, their last healthy receiver for Green Bay. And hit him in the arm, ribback area, and it was over with. And how about Dallas Goedert with the 3-piece stiff arm? Grown man football right there. Cuzzo in the building. Of course, he wants to talk Commanders. Be more Ravens? I thought you were a Commanders fan. Westside Macon. Yeah, man. All my Long Beach Steelers. Sorry. I think it's the end of an era. As stable as the Steelers organization has been over the last 50 years, they've only had, 3 or 4 coaches. It might be time to move on. I think if they do move on from Mike Tomlin, could it be Aaron Glenn, the DC of the Detroit Lions? Bruh for bruh? Because I know Aaron Glenn's name's up in the Jets conversation. Likely Henry. Lamar. I think Lamar's the MVP. I just don't think the media thinks it's Lamar. I think they are really pushing for parity, to have a different MVP in Josh Allen. Cuzzo says, no, you said that last time. Be more. You are a Commander fan. I know it. I'm just getting you mixed up with my wife's cousin, who was a Commanders fan. So we got Be More in the house, Eastern Pequot Nation in the house. I was just researching some college stuff. And here's some information for those who are part of the tribal nation. UCs have a voucher for any tribal member, and that your tuition is covered. Makes you think a little bit. Do we even know that that's afforded to our people? UCs have recognized the tribal membership of the descendants of Native people since 2021. Does that count for me? Can I get my doctorate based on my tribal membership to the Eastern Pequot Nation? I'm going to look into it, because I'm going to look right into it. You know I'm going to look into it. Glenn is coaching for sure. I think so, man. He's proven that. We will get the bowl. He will get the MVP in that. Get to the bowl. Yes, sir. Say it again. I'm sure it is federal recognition. Federal. And we've been federally recognized for maybe 20 years now. I've had my tribal card since I was in college. My kids have their tribal membership numbers. And that's what you need to prove membership. So we are state recognized. You don't think it's, because the fine print says even those who are not federally recognized or accepted. So I'm going to look into it. It's good information. You got my show? I got you. We are state, but the fine print says any, not just federally. All right. I'm actually doing two things at once. I'm going to take this quick commercial break and I'll be right back. This message is coming from All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. Are you ready to take control of your future? All In CDO Training is more than just a driving school. We're your partner in achieving financial independence. Overcoming test anxiety? Struggling with self-doubt? We're here to help. Our expert instructors provide personalized support to guide you through the entire process. With flexible hours and online courses, we'll get you behind the wheel in as little as 3 months. It's time to turn your passion into a rewarding career. All In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving. And we're back. Yeah, I had to turn off my good grub. I'm warming up some vittles. So once I'm done with the show, it's time to eat. We're getting it in any way we can. So the NFL playoffs, round 2. Let's take a look at the brackets, if we can. The divisional round. So this Saturday, I forgot to mention the Texans got rid of the Chargers. And that was kind of sad to watch. Can we now just stop putting Justin Herbert in elite status? I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he ain't him. Houston battles the champs Saturday, 1:30 p.m. And the Commanders take on the oh-so-scary Detroit Lions that evening at 5 p.m. And you can see the channels on the screen. Sunday, the Rams take on my Eagles at 12. See, these got a little dilemma. So I'm actually preaching on Sunday, and we won't get out till 12:45. So I'm gonna miss the first half. So I might need to wear my jersey in the pulpit. And then be more. Oh, that's a good game. Baltimore versus Buffalo. That's gonna be a game right there. This is Lamar's litmus test. This is Lamar's test of all tests. Lamar versus. This is for the MVP. Whoever wins this game is the MVP. I got Chiefs over Houston. I got Detroit over Washington. I got Philly over the Rams. I got Baltimore over Buffalo. So we got Detroit versus Philly in the NFC. Kansas City versus B-More in the AFC. Ooh-wee. You get to the nitty-gritty now, boy. We get to the nitty-gritty. Really, really. I'll be right back. I had to get, man. I got 2 pots going on, man. I told you my next career. Food truck chef. I'm gonna have a few things on the menu. Philly cheesesteaks. I think I've told Rubio this. I'm gonna have some specialties on there. Catfish, cheesesteaks, chicken wings, and ghetto sketty. I might have a breakfast menu, corned beef hash and eggs, and grits. I might serve a couple of drinks. Strawberry lemonade, orange juice, and lemon up. That's it. I'm like in and out. I won't have a few things on my menu. My dessert will be my wife's peach cobbler. That's it. Cobb's cobbler. That's it. I mean, a couple of cool names for a couple of dishes, and that's all we're going to serve is a few items, and it's going to be it. Crazy. Yeah, it's going to be some chicken. Dwight, it's going to be some chicken. Some chicken wings going to be on the food truck. Tonight, ghetto sketty. My son is here. He eats everything, so I make a big old pot of spaghetti so he can eat it tonight and tomorrow. And I can take some to lunch. Only thing missing is some garlic bread. I'll have to make that in a little bit. LaDon James, yeah, he made it. LaDon James Williams in the house. Sweet brother Noomsy's nemesis. They're going to fight on Crenshaw in Normandy one day. It's going to be pay-per-view. Westside Macon says, B-More over Buffalo considered an upset. As much as they've been hyping up Buffalo, I don't think it's an upset. But Lamar beating Josh Allen might be an upset for the media, because the media will have you believe that Josh Allen can pretty much pass up Patrick Mahomes as the league's top quarterback. Stats lie, people lie. What did your eyes tell you? What did I miss? And what's ghetto sketty is just ghetto sketty, where you just fry up some hamburger meat, throw 2 bottles of, or 2 jars of spaghetti sauce in there, and some brown sugar. And you make your noodles, your angel hair pasta next to it, and then you balance it out, and you just stir it all up, and you got ghetto sketty. Throw some cheese on top if you want to. I'm trying to stay fit, so I don't put cheese on mine. I put cheese on the kids, and they go to town. Once a week, ghetto sketty. Tomorrow, probably fried chicken legs. Chef Boyardee in the house. You got to get you some ghetto sketty, man. Yo, Cobb's Cobbler is a crazy name. Cobb's Cobbler, man. My wife makes a killer cobbler, and it's like effortless. She never misses. She ain't missed yet. I got to ask her, I got to beg her to make it. She makes it every time I ask, but I have to kind of make it sweet to her. What we talking about? I got to take her to Ruth Chris as a trade-off. It's going to cost me big time to get that cobbler. It's worth it, though, man. Is Quinyon Mitchell the Rookie of the Year? Defensive Rookie of the Year? Close to it. He only has 1 pick, though. I'll see. All right. NCAA, down to the last 2. Ohio State, Notre Dame. I don't know, man. I had Texas. They let me down like Gonzaga in basketball. Going Ohio State over Notre Dame. Sorry, Ray Domingo. I got Ohio State and that freshman on the outside taking up 3 DBs. So the rest of the guys are wide open. I got Ohio State. Who you all got? Cuzzo said Bills are in the way. They were screaming Burrow, anyone but Lamar. He coming for it all. Lamar is scary, man. How do you prepare for that dude? Lamar is a video game, and he still ain't really doing what he did in college because he doesn't want to be called a runner. He wants to be seen as a passer and a runner. They try to label the black quarterback as a runner, and the guys are trying their best to become pocket passers, but McNabb and Cam Newton type dudes who can stand in there and still run it when they get ready, they've proven their point. Even Mike Vick stood in there when he don't have to. Go and get the first down. Jaden Daniels is getting the first down with his legs. That's the way you like spaghetti. It's ghetto sketty. You can't go wrong with ghetto. All you need is a piece of bread. Put some of that sketty in that bread and fold it. You good to go, man. He said, shout out to Miss Cobb. Hey, I got some pie crust in there and 2 jars of peaches sliced up. All I need is some brown sugar, and I got a briber, and she'll make it real quick. My man Sertan is a player, bro. He got some picks. But Sertan's not a rookie. Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Defensive Player of the Year is either Sertan or Jalen Carter from the Eagles D-line. Balling. I got Ohio State since they beat my Horns. Yeah, man. They made the Horns look real pedestrian, bro. I was like, man, all them dudes. But I know we weren't. I won't say we. I picked Texas, so I say we. They weren't at full strength. There were a couple of injuries, but that kind of NIL, you're supposed to have dudes after dudes after dudes. And speaking of NIL, is it tampering season? I saw some interesting things. Rubio sent me a few things to talk about. There's a tampering conversation going on. Like Tulane's head coach tags Memphis and South Florida's head coach on a video of University of Alabama Birmingham's head coach saying that some AAC coaches are offering 3 times what UAB starters make to be backups. What are we doing? What are we really doing? It ain't even a salary. It's a purchase. We used to make the comparison as you are high-paid slaves. I don't like to go that far. The slavery is a delicate subject, but indentured servants, whatever you want to call it, you're paying guys to play or even not play. Rubio also sent me one where they were getting $400,000 just to be on the team and not play for someone else, and not play for the team that gave you the money, just on the roster. What are we doing, man? What is going on in college football? We're going to have a big episode, maybe a whole series, maybe a whole week long during spring break. We're going to talk about the whole NIL situation and how it's not even NIL. It's just the collective bodies of money per university. How much money can we get together and get these kids? And then get kids that aren't going to be on the field, but we don't want to make sure the opposition gets these kids. $55,000 for a long snapper, $400,000 for a tight end to sit the bench. We're talking about big money, man, and it's not going anywhere. It's crazy. Prime to the Cowboys, happy boys. The next topic. I mean, shoot. Let's get to it. LaDon James said, let them kids make some money. I'm not talking about the kids making money. I'm talking about the owners, the boosters, the collectives, acting like this is not what it is. If your team wants kids, y'all got to find the bread, because the deep pockets are going to get the kids. I think the kids should get something, but they should be able to. How in the world can you put the genie back in the bottle? And is NIL going to destroy college athletics? I think Prime was on record saying, and it's not the NIL, it's the collectives. And if you got deep pocket boosters, it's unlimited. And then you'll get a team full of kids who don't care. And you can look at Mick Cronin from UCLA's comments. Did I bring that in? Where he called all the kids spoiled brats and they don't want to work hard and all that stuff. I can't remember what it was, but he was ripping his own team. And UCLA has a team full of NIL collective kids. One kid came straight from USC across the street, and he's playing pretty well, but they're not winning because they're all trying to get theirs to go pro. The team concept is a wrap. Rube says the NCAA needs to figure it out sooner than later before the NCAA just becomes eliminated forever. It just becomes a semi-pro league. They set it up to make it look wild once it was our kids' turn to get their paper. Always changing the rules. Moving the goalposts. NCAA should have did that from the start instead of they let it be the wild, wild west. Like Kumo D. Oh, my sound effects is tripping. What's going on with my beats? I lost my beats. All right, let's go. Echo cancellation. Is that what it is? Newer stuff gets cut by. What happened to my shot? Okay, gotcha. All right, so the Cowboys. Happy Boy is the biggest Cowboy fan on the show. And Jerry Jones doing Jerry Jones things. Reaching out to Coach Prime. And Deion got this thing figured out, man. He been daddy ball since Pee-wee. And now he's ready to let his kids go to the pros. However, internet situation. Forgive me for the technical difficulties. Hopefully we got the same stream. If not, it's all good. If Deion gets the keys to Dallas, Jerry Jones backs off. Because what did Deion say? Deion said, to hear from Jerry Jones is truly delightful. Oh, let me do my Deion Sanders impersonation. The favorite Jerry Jones is Deion Sanders impersonation. The favorite Jerry Jones is delightful. It's intriguing. I love Jerry, and I believe in Jerry. After you hang up and process it, I think about it, it's intriguing. But I love Boulder and everything there is about our team, the coaches, our student body, and community. Okay, this is how you play the game. This is how you get your dollars up. And you call Jerry Jones bluff. Prime says all the right things. Jerry Jones is delightful. Really? He's delightful? Intriguing. Really? If Deion can get the Cowboys to get the Titans to come off that first pick, they probably have to give up some serious cash. Probably have to give up a defensive end and a couple of draft picks. The Cowboys jump up to number 1. Grab Shedeur Sanders. Then they're going to draft Shiloh Sanders as Mr. Irrelevant. 7th round. It can happen. Stranger things have happened. Remember, I played for the New Orleans Saints when Mike Ditka gave up the entire draft for Ricky Williams. When you want somebody, you want somebody. There's nothing you can do about it. When the owner wants somebody, it's over with. Our coach and our owner in New Orleans wanted Ricky Williams. Gave away 7 draft picks, which gave your boy a chance to make the team. I was a free agent the previous year. We came back for our second year, and they got rid of the entire draft. Cuzzo said, I'm right. He said they cool kids, but they don't want nothing. Next week, he was complaining about the Big Ten icing them out. LeJon James said, hold up. There's no bigger Cowboys fan than me. You the biggest? I got 2 big ones. LeJon James and Happy Boy. I feel for you guys, man. You guys can watch the Eagles on Sunday. NFC East going to be Cowboys. Cowboys going to win again. It's every year somebody else, right? Prime been doing this since college. He gets a bag, and he's about to get another bag. I think Colorado's going to up the bag to get him to stay. That's what Deion is doing. Deion's trying to get his dollars up. Why not? He's brought millions of dollars to Boulder. Millions. Everybody's eating. Yeah, Shiloh might be Mr. Irrelevant, man. Last pick of the draft. Just because he can sell a ticket or 2. We're not getting another quarterback. We just paid Dak. Sorry, Dak. You think Deion Primetime Sanders would coach the NFL with his son playing for another team? Negative. Prime would only come coach if he can coach Shedeur. At this point, Jerry would trade Dak to the Tennessee Titans for that first pick, and we start all over. Because it's, how many years has Dak been in the league? This is almost Dak's, 10th year? How many years has Dak been in the league? Dak been in the league forever. His son better than that, bro. His son is better than that. Shiloh's better than the 7th pick. The last pick of the draft. $2 bet that Shiloh does not get drafted. Unless his dad is coaching. Shiloh does not get drafted. $2 bet. When you watch Coach Prime on Prime Video, the DC's asking Prime, can I take your son out? He's killing us. and Prime said, leave him in there. I said, yo, his kids are off limits. Good thing Shedeur can play. Otherwise, it would have been a problem. Shiloh ain't even a fourth round pick. Nah, Shiloh is not going to get drafted, man. I don't think he runs a 4.6. And he's missed more tackles on live TV than any former SEC DB. He was at South Carolina, his first school. I think all the injuries have played a role. I went last year. They was building a regular back and a credit union on campus at the same time. Boulder was lit. They are eating. They're not gonna let their cash cow walk out here without a fight. They gonna get something. So is Deion gonna coach the Cowboys? Some say it's a far-fetched idea. I don't think it's that far-fetched. We got two crazy check writers, Boulder and Jerry. It's a competition. Who got to write the biggest check, man? $2 bet that Shiloh gets drafted. I'm betting he don't get drafted. He probably gets drafted. But I don't think he put it this way. I think Carter Stoudemire is twice as good as Shiloh Sanders. The only reason Shiloh's playing is because his dad's the head coach. And that's fine. You're supposed to make sure your son eats. That's what you're supposed to do. And tampering season is in full go. We're seeing guys get, was it Carson Beck from Georgia going to Miami? Yeah, these bags getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My 2 cents. How many of y'all lost money on Saquon taking a knee at the end of the game when the Eagles were clearly going to win the game and the Packers parted the Red Sea and Saquon took a knee on his way to the house? Oh, the parlays. Oh, the parlays. If you had Saquon for 150, I think that was the highest bet. Do I have the stat? I had a stat. The highest bet for any of the betting sites was the Saquon to score. On his way to the crib, he shuts it down. It's some mad people in Vegas right now. And Saquon could care less. Super Bowl's the goal, not another tub where I can almost pull my hamstring and get the injury. He didn't get bumped like that at South Carolina. He was a beast at South Carolina. I just think Father Time is just speeding up on my man. He's been banged up. And he came back with that forearm. I understand. I broke my forearm. You got to kind of favor it and not hit on that side. And if you are favoring one side, you will get your ankles broke a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. They was cutting back on him all night. He was like, Coach, we got to get 21 out of there. He's like, nah, let him live. Let him eat. Well, he ain't eating. Nobody wants Dak. He's like a punter giving the ball to the other team. Happy Boy said, get rid of Dak, and y'all just paid him. Well, are you going to eat that contract? You might have to. Yo, why wouldn't Saquon? Why didn't he want the record? Bro, it's history. I know you hit it on before, but that's wild to me. It's wild to me if we don't win the Super Bowl. It's genius if we do. He could have did both. It might have taken him 3 quarters, though, depending on how the Giants felt that day. And I think if Saquon would have played that day, the Giants would have played a little harder that day. And still would have lost again because they want to keep their draft pick. But I just think he could have got it in the first half. I think the Giants would have parted the Red Sea for him, just to spite their GM, because he's just doing stupid stuff. I think he let one of their starting DBs go off some chump change. So I'm just like you. I'll question it, but at the same time, I get it. LaDon James said, hold up with the Dak with disrespect. Well, shoot, man. He's Tony Romo with a tan. That's it. Chris said, not both. Ravens going to win the Super Bowl. He will be empty-handed now, cuz. That's crazy. The Ravens going to win it all. Can the Ravens get past the Bills and the Chiefs? That's the key. My man Gilly. Did I bring them videos in here? I might have forgot to bring the videos in. Let me see if I can get them going right now. My man Gilly is out here having his best life. He is out here playing football in the street. Full on gear. Full on plays on his
Take off sweep, double X right with a back slam 3.
We have to win the
Blue
Super Bowl.
32! Blue 32!
Give him the audible. Give him the audible. Give him the fade. He gave him the fade hand look. And you know he's throwing it to a little person. He in the pocket, real happy feet. Oh. He is having way too much fun, man. I don't know, man. This cat.
Fake handoff sweep, double X right with a back slam 3.
He's having way too much fun, man. And I appreciate him. Gilly is out here. I mean, if you haven't seen his post-game front yard dances with old boy with the broom next door, the funniest thing you'll see on the internet, man. The funniest thing. This next video almost made the Tender Love report. Y'all see the kicker from the Commanders? He was shook. And you gotta feel for him a little bit because he has OCD. He's fixing hair that doesn't move. He's about to go in there one more time. He's going in the game. It's not funny because it's a real disorder. But not yet. Man, he was scared and he hit the goalpost. They should have called timeout and iced him again. He was scared, boy. Oh my goodness, man. I was like, I feel for that dude. Because I saw as soon as he started doing it, I was like, yo. All right, have y'all seen Bronny lately? Bronny James? Have y'all seen him? Bronny James out here cooking. Looking like his daddy. I think we're going to have to stop getting on Bronny. Like, I mean, he out here mashing. Like, of course, it was an Olay dunk like his daddy, but he's looking pretty comfortable these days, man. That's traveling. I don't care. Nobody says that gather step is a lie. That is traveling. Any park in America, any YMCA in America, that double step back is a walk. Ball up top, and we fighting, especially this game point. But Bronny looking real nice, man. I don't know if there was an APB out to the league to let him score and let him cook. But Bronny out here going to be looking like he's going to be a pro in about 3 years. A real pro. He's dealing, willing and dealing. He might be better than Jello Ball. Jello Ball is rapping, though, with $13 million contract from Def Jam Records. Is it Def Jam? Who signed Jello? I don't know. Because Gilly with the big Eagles hat. Man, that boy crazy. And he sound like he been smoking cigarettes his whole life. Gilly is wild, bro. The neighbor with the broom is the guy, though. That's the one. When I saw him at the game, I knew it was official. He hit the joint, man. Let him live. Let him live. Okay, Rodney Sauce in the building. Hey, listen to Jello. Man, we lived through Jello in 2000. Jello ain't nothing but Cash Money Records, man. That is Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh need to get royalties. That's what it sounds like. That gather, that gather step, man. And Rodney Sauce is a professional ref, and he got to let that stuff ride. I know it's killing him that he got to let that double holdback ride and can't call traveling, or he gonna be put out the league. It's a walk to me, man. That gather is a lie. You spinning the ball in your hand, you have possession of it, and since you haven't stopped it from spinning, it's still a gather. Nah, man. I've heard Jello's hit record. All right, it is time. Once again, y'all know who's back, who's playing, and who's taking his time to get back in the flow. Formerly one of my favorite players in the league. The cyborg from the future is taking his time to get back in the groove. Averaging 6 points a game on 19 minutes, restricted minutes. Kawhi Leonard is back. Taking his time to get back in the groove. Supermax deal. Forget this team deal. Kawhi, why'd you play for the Olympic team the first 2 weeks? Why? When you knew you weren't healthy, but you went out there and gave it a try. You and Joel Embiid, both of y'all tender love. Shame on you. I hope you get back to form. I enjoy watching you play. But you being ginger on that knee, man, tender. And this talk about the all-pro NFL team and getting ready for the NFL games. How do you get excited for NFL players playing flag football and doing some drills? Like, I grew up in a day where it was NFL's fastest man. Quarterback accuracy challenge. That's all we needed was NFL's fastest man in the quarterback accuracy challenge. Maybe the bench press challenge with Larry Allen and them guys. Rest in peace, Debo. Bench press, fastest man, quarterback accuracy. Do I really want to see bros playing flag football trying not to get hurt? Who am I joking? I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to watch it. Roger Saw said we don't allow that in college. Step back, walk, ball up. Kawhi just can't stay healthy. And that's not his fault, man. His body's breaking down. You want me to add Zion to the Tender Love Report? I'm going to do some research and see how bad Zion is. I know he ain't played but 10 games in 3 years. Kawhi needs to go see Kobe's doctor in Germany and get some brand new knees. I agree. NFL games. All right, let me get out of here, man. It is Unc Season. Today's rendition of Unc Season brought to us by Mandrill Fence Walk. What we got? We got some Unc Season? Yeah, why not? What is this Unc doing? Oh, yeah. I had to change the song. I changed the song. It was a little bit too much. Again, I got distinguished people watching the replays. I want to be respectful. But it's Unc Season. And it's okay for Unc to get it from time to time. Get it, Unc. Get it, Unc. Yeah. Yeah. His back hurt any other time. But when it's time to dance, nothing hurts. Yeah. Yeah. Get it, Unc. One more time. There it is. Oh, man. You can't get enough. It's going to be Unc Season forever, my son says. It's always Unc Season. Every year. All the time. All right, man. Once again, contribute, donate if you can to the clothing drives, the resources drives, toiletries, blankets, socks, new underwear to help the fire victims of LA. Thousands of people lost their homes and are without a place to rest their head. So my prayers have been that some relief is on the way. Shout out to all the different countries who are sending firefighters to help out. Shout out to my main man, P. Ward, who's on the front line, fire captain in Pasadena, putting out those fires, saving homes, putting himself in harm's way. Everything ain't always sweet. Sometimes life happens really fast, and it was very, very crucial. We had smoke and debris in the air, and we're 30 miles away, so I can only imagine how it is up there in Pasadena and Altadena. Pasadena High School alumni, I feel bad their high school is gone. Pacific Palisades High School, half their high school is gone. I feel bad. And all those middle schools and elementary schools that were burned down, feel terrible. But know that this is not our home. This is a temporary spot. Those of us who have faith believe that this too shall pass. And let's pray you guys get everything returned that you lost, those things that you can't be returned. Maybe it's something that was one of a kind, something you got from high school or whatever. I know those things are the hardest to replace because you can't replace them. But if you have your health, be thankful for that. And the memories you have, that no one can take that away. All right, so you're in my prayers. I appreciate all y'all for hanging out with me today. And I always get a little sentimental when it comes to just the support I received, the love I received. All the birthday wishes I got last week, appreciate you. This is 5-1. This is what 51 looks like. Something that Rodney Sauce can't remember. He's so old. Once upon a time, he was 51. All right, man. I appreciate y'all. I mean, the Pro Bowl was sorry. That it was, but at least it was a football game. Like, there was once in a while some guys that will play, but now with today's, I don't want to play because of load management. Why play in an all-star game and get banged up? Sean Taylor could care less. Rest in peace. I appreciate you, sweet brother Noomsy. LaDon James held it down. Since you can't make it through, LaDon James came through like a champ. I appreciate that, man. Happy New Year. You sent me some info on Messenger. All right, appreciate you, cuzzo. The Uncs, I can't get enough of the Uncs, man. Do I sell my AC shirts? Man, for you being a regular, I'm gonna bless you with one. Just shoot me your address, man. I got a few sitting up behind me on the rack. Definitely, man. Get these t-shirts out to my peopleization so they can sport them. People say, where can I watch the show? Synergy, man. Synergy. All right, Rodney Sauce in the building. Old as dirt, man. Old as dirt. Father Time himself, Rodney Sauce. All right, man. Next time. Peace out. I'm out. Are you ready to take control of your future? All-In CDO Training is more than just a driving school. We're your partner in achieving financial independence. Overcoming test anxiety? Struggling with self-doubt? We're here to help. Our expert instructors provide personalized support to guide you through the entire process. With flexible hours and online courses, we'll get you behind the wheel in as little as 3 months. It's time to turn your passion into a rewarding career. All-In CDO Training, the future of commercial driving.